I got to sit down with the legend himself recently. We talked about his career, his time in prison, and redemption. At 78 years old, Billy Cannon's legendary punt return against Ole Miss Halloween night 1959 is still considered by many college football historians as the greatest play ever. But he says it wasn't his greatest moment. So what was your peak?
Probably next week.
I love that you think it hasn't happened
Oh
yet.
no, I got miles on me, but I'm still chugging.
Miles that have taken him from the pros to prison. Few people have risen so high and fallen so low. What was the valley?
Obviously, the
prison.
counterfeiting, going to prison.
Was it the counterfeiting or was it the prison? Was it the crime or was it
both,
the punishment?
Both, because I can't split them. And just the stupidity of me doing that.
Despite playing pro football 11 years and having a thriving orthodontic practice, Dr. Cannon had big money problems. Not due to gambling like the press reported, but real estate.
I got locked into a situation. I had bought a lot of raw land, and I had overbought. And of course, banks had started collapsing. The economy took a nosedive. And John Stiglitz came, this is the way out. And I fought it off until I knew the banks were gonna come. And I yielded, and he printed it, and he was supposed to handle it. But he didn't handle it very well.
Nearly 30 federal investigators descended on Baton Rouge and followed Dr. Cannon for months. When they finally arrested him, he confessed.
When something like that happens in your career, you find out who your friends are.
He spent 3 years in federal prison for the counterfeiting scheme. After getting out, the sports legend was shunned by most. He almost withdrew too. Then one day, he went back to prison, voluntarily, to work at Angola. He thought he'd stay a year. It's now been 20. He reformed the entire prison medical program, as Warden Burl Cain was improving the rest.
Being part of his team to help change it has been rewarding, been fun.
Having lived on both sides of the razor wire, Dr. Cannon and the inmates relate.
There are a lot of interesting stories
Oh,
there.
there's some great stories.
I bet you've heard them.
Well, you know, the one I hear the most, and it is, Doc, when I went out that night, I didn't plan to kill anybody. But we got in an argument, and he drew his gun, and I drew mine. He's dead, and I just soon be dead because I'm here the rest of my life. I can understand how a man will put himself in that position. I said, now, to where one night, one day, one event can make you be locked up for the rest of your life.
For decades, publishers, writers, and fans have begged him to write a book. Now he has with the help of a trusted author, Charles de Gravel. What's your takeaway?
Really broadly, people are complicated. People are complicated. When he was everybody's hero, they really didn't know him. And when he was everybody's down in the gutter guy that they were kicking on him, nobody really knew him. Now they can know who he is.
He's a hero who fell from grace, but rose to find redemption. If you'd like a copy of his book, you can contact LSU Press. You can go to Barnes & Noble or Amazon.com.